Well, hello and welcome back. Yes, this is our 30th episode of Minecraft, and it's the third part of building our basement. Yeah, and I think I'm not sure. I think it's the last part where I just taped a whole session and then cut the session into pieces. I don't think I will do this again because for me it's a little bit confusing doing it like this. So now this is our technical part. Where we will put two chests above the furnaces, two chests on either side, and a chest down. Because the first chest above the furnace, I can put all kinds of stuff in masses, not only one stack of whatever 64 times of iron, or I can put the whole chest, make it full. Yeah. And on the sides, there will be two chests with coal so that there is always enough energy so that the furnace can work. And the third chest down there will be the one where the finished product will be. What I'm trying here is, isn't there a red chest? A redstone chest somewhere? I think there was. Where is that? Because the furnace, both furnaces are very close together. So when we put sorry, when we put one chest to the other, they will become one big one, and we need two different kinds of chests to keep them separate, because each small chest should be for one furnace. So I'm absolutely sure there was once a redstone chest. I have no idea. But actually, I can't find this. But we need to find two different chests. Otherwise, there will be a big one like this, and this won't work. But let's try this. I think if anybody watches this who has slightly idea how Minecraft works will maybe just fall off his chair by what I'm trying to do here. Yeah. So let's see. Can we find a different type of chest that looks? Yeah, look at this. Looks the same. A trap chest. Trapped chest. We need a hook. Okay. Okay, that we have that. Iron, a stick, and a wood. Yeah, and then we have a trap chest. That should work. Let's see. I think we have that. We have all of that. Yes. Let's see. Yeah. Can we make this? Yes. Where was it? I forgot. Okay. Well, while I'm searching and doing this, we had one or two topics in one or two of the episodes. There is no redstone chest, and one topic that's because this episode will be out on Sunday, the 17th, and here in Europe there is, well, people get a little bit nervous and angry about the European Parliament because, well, it's Article 13 that maybe people will be familiar with, many, especially those who use or watch stuff on YouTube or Twitch, live streaming and stuff like this. And I know that I'm not a big YouTuber or whatever, and I don't think many people will watch this, but I think this shouldn't keep me from, well, telling my or giving my opinion or my thoughts on, I think, a very, very important topic like this, because I think this will change, or if this comes through, this, especially this Article 13, it will change a lot, really a lot, in terms of the internet, because it's not only about the copyright filters that they're talking about, it's more than that. It's about the freedom of information, the freedom of the free press, and in my opinion, therefore, the freedom of speech and having, not having an opinion, but be able to get this opinion out via the internet, whether you use YouTube in a video, you use Twitch as a streamer, or you just post something on Facebook or Twitter, is what's at stake here is absolutely this. And I never thought that in my lifetime, especially in Europe, and being a German, and not a very young German anymore, I will become 50 years this year. And I never thought that I would live in my lifetime that there will be a moment where I think, wow, look at this. They're actually trying to control something that they think is out of control. Yes. And I mean, they try to advertise it in a way that one would think it's about the art and the artist, but it's more, first of all, for those companies who have the license of those publications of any kind, whether it's music, books, journalism, whatever. But it's not for those creative people that they get more money. It's about those license holders. They want more money. It's not for the creative people. And once you have, let's say, a filter on the internet that has to filter any kind of information before it's been uploaded, that means that they try to control all the information in Europe that's on the internet. That's the same thing that, for instance, China does. China does this the same way. The same thing that other countries do. But these aren't countries that I would consider really democratic countries where you have the freedom and the right to be and express yourself as you are or should be in Europe. And as I said, I never thought that in my lifetime I would be sitting in Germany. First of all, I never thought I would ever would do anything like this, make YouTube videos with, let's say, slow and kind of lame Minecraft, but I'm doing it. And why can I do this, even though I don't have many viewers? It's very simple, because we have the freedom here of doing that. There is no law that can prevent me from doing this, normally. And I don't think I destroy any copyrights. I don't make money with this, and if so, somebody could contact me. But the thing with the filters is that it's not that you post something, whatever it is, and then somebody can come to you and say, hey, look, I got a license for this. You're not allowed to use this to make money with this, which is okay. I mean, many artists lose their money. That's okay. Whether it's an author or a composer or a lyricist or whatever, they lose, like a photographer loses the rights, or not the rights, but the money that he could make with his pictures, because all the pictures that we use on the internet, and I should call myself guilty. Of course, I use some of the pictures that I use. I've never thought about, is this a picture that I have the right to use? Or is there a person behind this picture who took it and tries to make money with this? Okay, so therefore, I think it's absolutely right and correct that they think about a way, how can we make a law that gives creative people the money they need to be free in their creative process, whatever it is that they do. Oh, it works. At least this works, yeah. But that's not what this is all about. And my fear, more than the copyright license stuff, is that once you implemented a filter like this on the internet, let's say in Europe, you have the chance of controlling step by step every opinion, and especially every article, every opinion that will be uploaded. Because you say, hey, I don't like this, let's put a filter on this. I don't like this, let's put a filter on this. The great thing about the internet is that it is free. Free for everybody. And it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what your parents did, if your parents were successful or rich, or you come from a poor family. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can put your opinion or your stuff, whatever it is that you do, out there and let people see it. And if you're one of the true, rare, lucky ones, maybe many people will like what you do. And then maybe you have a career, whatever. But this is all, from my perspective, in danger. Because once, as I said before, the filters are there, who controls those filters? Who has the power to say, this is okay, we can put this out, this is not okay, so we don't want to see this? Of course, there are different opinions all the time, and there are many people and many things, whether it's politics or even in private, with friends or family, that I disagree with, of course. But I don't have the... that's the wrong chest. Wow. This is why I do this? Wow. But, I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. I'm just speaking through. But I don't have the right to tell them not to tell me their opinion. And freedom of speech and thought and opinion means that I have the chance to publish that, as long as I don't discriminate anybody. Yes, we have so many problems in Europe these days with racism, with nationalism, and everybody always says, what do we do? Yeah, let's make Article 13 so nobody can publish his opinion or whatever he wants to publish. That's what we do. And when people say, oh, come on, the filters, nobody wants to, take away your right, to say or publish whatever you want. Well, nobody, and I'm sorry for the Brits if anybody's watching this, but nobody ever thought that Brexit would come. Everybody thought, yeah, come on, let's do the voting thing and then keep on moving. And now we have Brexit. Yes, look at the President of the United States. Nobody thought that he would win. I personally believe, but that's just my really private opinion, that even he didn't believe that he would get this. I really think he thought this through as the big advertisement for his own brand, being himself. That's, I think, what he wanted to do. Like he did on his, I've never saw it. He had this television show in the United States, which was highly successful, yes. But I think that's what he wanted to do, and then go back to his own business, yeah. But nobody thought these two things would happen, yes. So once those filters are there, I think a lot of things will happen. And once those filters are implemented, I think it's way more difficult to stop that and to get them, let's say, removed from the internet. I think that's really the difficult part in this. And of course, I know the movement in the game doesn't fit with what I'm saying, because this is a voiceover I do. I had totally different sounds. I was just talking through this episode. And as you can see, this is my first technical thing I've ever done on Minecraft. And I love my Fernan's, 6 chest Fernan's, 4 hopper ducts, whatever, Fernan's, yes. But, sorry, I thought it would be better to do this voiceover now, because it's really on my chest these days. And I'm really angry about this, and and maybe this, I don't know how to say this, overdo this. I have no idea how to say this, because I'm German, so I would love to say this in German, but I do my videos in English because I'm, I don't know, dumb. But I really fear this Article 13, because so many bad things can happen with this. And I think there is nothing more important in the world than the right to say your opinion and the right to step up, whether one likes it or not. There are so many things in Europe that I don't like. But I can say I don't like this, and I can argue why I don't like this, but I don't want anybody in Europe to tell me that I don't have the right to do this. And I don't want anybody to make a law and, I don't know, say instruments or an IT program that could prevent me from doing this. The internet gave us the freedom. I think in my opinion, the only thing you can compare it with is when they were able to print books in a very cheap way. That changed societies over centuries forever. And I think the same is with the internet. We never before the internet, and I'm old enough to know this, there was no way of doing all of that. Because there was no place, no whatever, marketplace where I can do any of the things that we do now and that young people grew up with, thinking that this is normal, which in my opinion is today. Yes, and I'm really afraid and I worry that all these things, step by step, at least they try to take back, to get control, I don't know about what. I have no idea. Maybe about the opinions in Europe, I have no idea. Because in the old days, there were the newspapers and you had a news TV show, and then you got your news and your information. Yeah, and that's how you could control which informations get out, to the average guy, to the public, and which informations don't. But since the internet, there's so many ways to find different and alternative information, so that let's say the old school way of getting information, I think doesn't have that power anymore. And I think that's in my opinion, that's part of it, what is surrounding this Article 13, to get a little bit of control of the way that people get information and hopefully build their opinion. I really do. Maybe I'm totally wrong with this and I'm making a fool of myself by doing this voiceover on my lame MineCraft episode. I have no idea. Maybe I do, but at least I try. I try to tell this, and I don't know. I feel there is inside of me the whole since they decided this on a few days ago in the EU. I have this I don't know, this necessity to tell this to people. I've no idea why. Yeah. Oh. But at least skeletons are still shooting at me in my little MineCraft world. And yeah. See, this skeleton has the freedom of shooting me, and I have the freedom of killing it. So, yeah. Oh, I think it's our first, squid here? And there are not that many. Yeah, but come on, let's do some MineCraft stuff. Yes. I think there is not one episode where I don't pick cotton. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. And what saddens me the most about this, honestly, is that it's the driving force behind this is actually Germany. That saddens me the most. If this would be a different country I don't want to name any other countries in Europe, I would have said, yeah, they're on their way to do this, but that German politicians are pushing for this makes me really, I want to say mad, but it saddens me a lot, since we have to look at our history, that we were, by our own fault, a divided country for many, many years, and we had East Germany and West Germany, and our chancellor here in Germany, who was born and raised in East Germany and knows what it means to be, to have control over, opinions and stuff like this. She should feel that she should be against this from the get-go and say, yes, I know copyright is a very delicate topic and we have to find a way that people, that the internet should be free, but we have to find a way that people who, have a right to get license money, they should get this, but not like this. And she should be the one who should be against it, whatever it is, because she grew up in a country where freedom of speech and opinion was a mistake. You couldn't have that, otherwise you wouldn't have a nice life in that country. Yeah, yeah. As a German, it's really, yeah, yeah. One feels a little bit ashamed that we are the ones who push for this. Yes. So I really hope that there will be, enough demonstrations and stuff like this. I hope more than now that many countries and many people in all country and every country here in Europe will be there at the 23rd of March to actually march against Article 13, to say, no, we don't take this because it's wrong. It's really wrong. We know that we have to do something, and I think especially the big IT companies like Google and YouTube should be aware of their responsibility when it comes to this topic. I mean, they make a lot of money, and we all know that they made a lot of money without paying, let's say, the right money for license holders and stuff like this. Yes, so there is, of course, a big conflict between those big companies. But as I said before, but it's not about just Google and YouTube. Every platform, every homepage now, when this article comes through, has to deal with these filters. Whether you have a blog, whatever it is, yes, or you're reciting an article and want to give your opinion, or you make a review of something that you like or don't like. Even when you like it, it's not about negativity. Even if you do a positive review on something, somebody can come across and say, hey, I claim this. There is a license that I own, and you said this word and this sentence, so I have the right to get money, or therefore this is how it works now. But then the filter will say, well, there is a conflict in terms of license or licensing, whatever. I don't know how to say this now. So we don't upload this from the get-go. So everybody gets punished from the start when he tries to upload something. So you're basically a criminal by uploading a video or an article, or you write a comment, or you have a blog where you write about stuff, whatever it is. You automatically have to have, when it's come to these extremes, this filter, which means whatever you write, whatever you say, whatever you want to publish in whatever form, from the get-go, you're a criminal, and you have to prove that you're not. And that's something I think many people feel these days. And of course, we thought that, I think it was 2 times that it was in the Parliament of the EU for a vote, and 2 times they vote against this, and this is now the 3rd time, which I find interesting, that apparently you can put out a law in a parliament and say, hey, let's vote on this, and then the democratic parliament says, well, the vote says no. And then you say, okay, I don't like this vote, so let's vote a 2nd time. Oh, again, no. Oh, how often will they vote for this? Is this like, oh, we vote for this as long as we get the answer that we need? I think there is a lot of, I don't know how to say this, it's not just Article 13. There's so much that comes with it that I think it's really dangerous. And I only can hope that when in April, I think they will vote on this, and then after that, if I get it right, the leaders of the countries here in the EU have to vote on this too, that one of these will actually, of these factions, whatever you call it, will hopefully not vote for it, so that this Article 13 and these upload filters won't come. I really do hope that, yeah. And that's it for now. Yes, rambling on like a madman. Yeah, like my favorite stand-up comedian, which is an American called Lewis Black. And he has a great website where he always We can see his rants when his stand-up show is done so far. He does like 20-25 minutes answering questions from the audience, and he always puts this out on the internet live as a stream. Yeah, so watch that. Yeah, see, we're still working on our hill. We have to fix a lot of things, but the final version of the hill will be later. Yeah, I hope I don't get a strike because I called his name and called the theme of his website or his... Yeah, so don't talk about this. Maybe I'm one of the lucky ones. And since now the upload filters aren't here, I don't think I will get one. And since nobody's watching this, who will tell? Yes, so the thing we want to do is that, of course, we fill the back of our little composition here with spruce wood. Of course, that's the idea. I think because I said this, I think before, that in the big, let's say the big room here in the basement, we will have 3 types of wood. We will have dark oak wood as the floor, as you can see, the light birch wood on the walls and the ceiling, and I will do the drawers with the spruce wood, because I think the spruce wood is like a good mixture between the dark oak wood and the light birch wood. But in order to have, I don't know, call it a theme throughout the basement, if a basement can have a theme, I think it's nice that in the back, in our original, and I'm not drinking alcohol at all, in our original little shed, we have the smooth oak wood, and here we have the spruce wood, and then we have the mixture of all of that in the bigger room. Yeah, and I think we should do this, yeah, like this. Looks better because it looks like a good frame. And then we have 16 drawers in here where we will put all the stuff that we can smelt in the furnaces, like all the ores, like copper, tin, and gold, and iron stuff. Yes. And now let's look at the ceiling. If we can do it there. Oh, some dirt. Yeah. The problem with the ceiling is that if we do it like... No, that's the wrong kind of wood. No, it's the right kind of wood, but the wrong. Yes. Variation of it. Yeah, we need the... Where are they? Yes. That would look good, but I think if we actually can't put it up that high, because with the dirt, I think we're at the... Let's see. If we make the ceiling like this, it won't look good because you don't see the upper, the upper part of the frame, which it should look like. And if we do it, I think, higher, we are at the surface of... Yeah, see? So if you put the ceiling up there, let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah. See? It would look better because I like it when it has different heights and stuff like that, so it doesn't look that kind of like planned. That's always nice, if it looks like you were developing it while whatever there was a need for a different room, and so you build a different room and not just planned it like an architect. But I don't think this will work. Yes. Let's see. Let's go up and see how this looks. And Yeah. That's what I thought. But I don't want to have the wood here. Let's put some dirt on it. Maybe we can do it like this. I have no idea. But I don't think this will hold long. Well, I know it won't hold long. Let's say it like this. Because I taped different episodes, yes. So, I would say we're coming to an end with this episode. I hope if anybody's watching this, nobody's mad at me for my rambling on and the things I said about the upload filter in Article 13. It's just my opinion, and as I said before, I think it's important just to say this and to not be afraid to get it out there. I think it kind of looks good, but we have to lower this. So, yeah. I would say thanks for watching, maybe listening. And if I don't go to jail because of that, we will see us with the next episode. Bye-bye. Thanks.